Okay, so it's called the Legion. The time is like 7:02. Look, who cares right now? It's called the Legion. It's a U.S. military union or whatever. I haven't fucking read up on it, dude. My life has been torn apart. The bar is massively dirty. It's massive drug activity. It's obvious in your face. So I thought everything was fucking legal here, okay? Because I haven't read one little alphabetical letter about this town. So I'm just walking around assessing this. There's bikers, but it gets really ugly because they have these two white minors. They're minors. They're like 15 years old. They're not 18 years old. They're like in high school. They ride or use skateboards, and they station themselves, and you know how gang activity is. Please don't make me fucking teach you this. They station themselves outside of Legion. They've got their minors involved. They're two young white girls. I think they identify themselves as homosexual, which is really concerning if you're that age, because if you're that age, you shouldn't even be sexually active. And we need to get some morals and standards here in the United States. But they obviously are aware of sexuality and they dress like boys. So that's the serious issue. It all is, okay? You need to talk about this reality. Your kids, they're too sexual. You got your kids involved with gang activity. They're minors. Is this a problem, Port Townsend? Okay, so these two girls who identify as boys come out with skateboards outside of this biker joint called the Legion. It's a white building, okay? Underneath in the basement of the Legion is a homeless shelter. Inside the homeless shelter is nothing but a crystal meth den. Okay, so if any of the staff, if any of the bikers in this neo-Nazi crowd, oh, definitely it's white aligned, in that bar where they're getting screwed up on alcohol, screwed up on drugs, smoking pot outside with their motorcycles, have a problem with me, let me know. Okay, because it's trickling down from that building upstairs with the drug trafficking and the gang activities, biker gang or something, and it's going into the meth den in the homeless shelter. I'm getting treated illy by the staff because they kiss ass to the bikers upstairs. It's one big motorcycle gang is what in my little words, because I'm not expected to sit here and write a thesis on it, although I'm capable, I'm college educated. So I, being who I am, do not need this. When I'm in a city homeless shelter, you better keep your gang activity, your drug activity out of the joint. It better be up to par. It better be legitimate. So if there's any actual issues, they pertain to behavior and sanitary hygiene, basic homeless shelter issues. It's not ridden with gang activity, and God knows what kind of weapons these people are involving with their gang. Don't forget, gangs use weapons. Okay, and I, being unarmed, I, being a person who doesn't handle weapons, does not need to deal with that at Legion. But what I have seen since I'm there is this whatever the word, I can't remember it right now, massive crack fucking meth den. I've seen drug sales, yeah, but I'm not allowed to talk about it. It's just one big, huge profit of dinero coming out of that joint. Mucho money. I don't know what's motivating them to try to chase out and chase around, in my terms of speech, the folks that would snitch, the folks that will rat on them, the folks that don't do tweak. That would be me. I don't know what's motivating them. Is it to protect the traffic of the weapons? Is it to protect the drugs? Is it to protect the dinero? Is it for their white power beliefs? I don't know. But you're not legit. None of this shit is legit. You have parks. So I found out from the homeless here, I found out there are parks here for just years with their encampments, their shanty towns, but there's syringes and bubble Whitefield crack and meth pipes, and the city is giving kits for this. The police never raid any of it. They don't take the paraphernalia out. They don't take the syringes out. They don't take the people out. They just sit there for years. Years. You know what kind of crime these kind of people engage in? Harbored, aided, and abetted. And it gets worse when it comes to my relatives, what I witnessed them do. But I'm forbidden from talking about it, and I'm walking around the streets of Port Townsend being spit at. Treated like this. I've heard from the homeless that it gets worse. In the city of Port Angeles, now get this, there were 36 dead bodies in body bags in their city, Port Angeles coroner's office. 36 within a span of 2 weeks coming out of their homeless center, and then an encampment park right across the street. It's some sort of private business. I believe it's a small, cheap hotel. Just wiped out with massive drug activity. 36 dead bodies on ice in your coroner's office, and nobody notices that? 36 corpses. Does anyone hear this? They don't hear this in Port Townsend. It's fucking normal for them. They got minors guarding that fucking biker joint with their skateboards. And what I think I saw that minor do was get on her phone and text the cops. The cops here have this text thing. Look it up what I mean. So I'm thinking if that little minor who's protecting her drug trafficking and weapon trafficking fucking biker joint with her skateboard, if she's actually texting the cops here love it. The police in Port Townsend love it. So this is what I've gathered. The police here, the precinct police here are not aiding, harboring, and abetting anything I'm speaking of. The sheriff's office here certainly does. Okay, so I haven't read one alphabetical letter of how this works. I've been too busy, folks. This is the first ever that I could even speak about anything, and I still can't speak about my own mother, okay? My own legally related mother who did violent felony offenses against me and tried to have me arrested for talking about it, thinking she's cute, holding my animals and all my property in her house while she sits there protected by dirty cops. I can't talk about it, folks, okay? This is normal here in Port Townsend. Now look around. It's really, really pretty. But you have everything that I just said in these 2 5-minute testimonies, and you have worse. So I'm not surprised why this legally related mother wanted me to come here. Not for one day did she really want me in her house. Remember, less than 48 hours after I arrived, she was already trying to throw me out. Just remember the little things I could say when I could, because I could never speak one word when I was in her house. Goodbye.